A special investigation team has been constituted to look into the deaths after children in Chapra consumed midday meal. Remember, there were 23 children who died in this incident. Now, an 8-member panel has been set up by the Bihar government. This is going to be headed by the Superintendent of Police of Chapra. The forensic tests that were carried out revealed that there was high amount of pesticides in the food that was given to these children in a school in Chapra. My colleague Rohit Singh is now joining us on the phone line with the very latest. Rohit, we haven't seen any breakthrough in the investigation so far. There have been no arrests. The principal is still absconding. Finally, SIT taking over this probe. Rohit, if you could hear me, I was asking you about the investigations which have yielded no results so far. Finally, a special investigation team that has been constituted by the state government. Right, seems there's some trouble with that line. We try and go across to Rohit and try and get you the latest on that. With the big story that's coming in this morning, the state government constituting a special investigation team which will be headed by the Chapra Superintendent of Police to investigate the death of these 23 children, 23 little children who had to pay with their lives for killer apathy. Well, that was enough to start a political blame game in Bihar, but not enough perhaps to jolt our system out of its slumber. Just days after unsuspecting children lost their lives to poisonous meal in Bihar, incidents of inedible food being served to children continue to emerge. From rotten eggs to dead lizards, it's all being served to children in schools in the garb of a free meal.
Rotten eggs, dead lizards. Believe it or not, this is what is on the menu for these poor children. A meal meant to be an incentive for school-going kids turned into death on the platter. The menace is not limited just to one state. As evident in these visuals, whether it's Tamil Nadu or Haryana, the reality is equally terrifying. Take a look at this kitchen in Ambur in Vellore district of Tamil Nadu. A surprise check to this midday meal center, and this is what the authorities found: 80 rotten eggs ready to be served as food. Foul smell emanating from their storeroom alerted the inspectors, but was conveniently ignored by the center in charge. In Haryana, the situation was no different. Only this time, it was lizards for lunch. The incident took place at the government middle school at Lohagar in Palwal. The lizard was discovered when the utensil containing the cooked rice was opened. Fortunately, the reptile was detected well before the meal was served. But shockingly, it wasn't a one-off case.
खाते हैं पर इसमें छपकली और कीड़े ऐसे आते हैं।
पहले भी कभी आए हैं?
पहले ही कीड़े आते थे।
खाने में पहले से ही कीड़े आते हैं और अब तो छपकली भी आई है।
While action has been ordered against the erring, the damage has been done. Locals have now declared that they won't allow midday meals to be served in schools.
ग्राम पंचायत रोनीजा में 2 स्कूल है, एक लोहागढ़ में, एक रोनीजे में। इनका खाना ही बंद कर दिया जाए। यहाँ पर गांव के लोगों की सहमति है कि यहाँ से आज के बाद यहाँ खाना ही नहीं आना चाहिए।
Protests, suspensions, FIRs. While the errant may or may not be punished, it's the children who remain at the receiving end. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
So clearly, more such instances now coming to light. This despite a massive tragedy that has been reported from Chapra in Bihar, in which 23 students lost their lives. Now an SIT has been constituted. The Superintendent of Police of Chapra will in fact be looking into these investigations. An 8-member panel that has been set up, but clearly more such incidents that are now being reported from all across the country. My colleague Priyamada, in fact, is now joining us from Tamil Nadu. Well, Priyamada, we were just playing out your report, and it just goes to show that it isn't an isolated incident. What happened in Chapra. It's a tragedy waiting to happen in many parts, and nearly a week after what happened in Bihar, these instances are being reported from various parts across the country.
Well, I would say Chapra incident was a waking call to what has been happening throughout the country in almost every school, because only last a few days back we saw more than 100 students who reported illness after consuming similar kind of rotten egg in Neyveli district. They were taken to the hospital, admitted, and they were getting treated. And now this shocking incident has come, and the visuals show how rotten the eggs were and how dangerous it could have been if the children had consumed. And so far the state government has suspended two officials and also cancelled the contract to that particular company which was supplying eggs. But this is just an isolated incident where luckily I would say the local residents, they were able to detect the foul smell emanating from the storeroom, and they made the check and found out about the rotten eggs. But what about the other food products? What about dal, rice, or any other product which is probably of a substandard quality and probably not in shape to be served for children for human consumption? So this is something that probably all the state governments and the central government should take into consideration to ensure that our children are taken care of. It's not just about providing meals to them, but also to take care of their health.
Absolutely. Well, government should waste no time in restoring the credibility of this particular scheme, considering that it serves as an incentive to so many families to send their children for school. Thank you very much, Priyamada, for joining us.